Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to another SD Times Live micro webinar. Today we'll be talking about how to automate your value stream. And joining me are Norman Miglietta. He's the SVP of Marketing at ConnectALL, and Lance Knight, of course, the President and CEO of ConnectALL, who we've done 5 prior micro webinars with, and you can see them all someplace, I believe, on our YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about how to automate the value stream. And as we know, there are many ways to automate value stream, but not all of them have a direct or significant impact on value creation or the value stream itself as a whole. So to kick that off, I guess, here's Lance to give us his thoughts, and let's get going.
Yeah, I mean, we only got about 5 minutes here, like succinct set of points to get into this too, because there's this whole world this word called value creation, right? So, and I think that word value, and I've said this a lot, really messes things up. What is value stream? What is value creation? And this is interesting point of view, and I've said this, and this is the good one. Value stream management and your value stream does not care if you're creating value. It just cares whatever you're doing is efficient. It doesn't care what you're putting through it. Just make sure you're doing it correctly. So when you think about value stream management and you think about the words, right, it's all the steps it takes, both value added and non-value added, to deliver products and goods to the customer. So the value is what you're doing to whatever it is that's going through the value stream. And the value stream doesn't care whether that's valuable or not. It assumes it is because it was a request from the customer. But let's decouple that into the world we are today, because that's lean, agile world, right? When you're thinking through it. So if you think about the space we're in, which is value stream management, you have to look at what's going in and what's coming out, and also determine before you put it into the value stream, is that valuable? Because what we have in this industry today is that thought of, how do I use value stream management to decide whether I've built something of value or not? I'm saying that has to happen before you put it into the value stream. That prioritization, those analytics, and a value stream management platform should help you do that. And then once you understand that, now I can look for places to automate, because we're talking about automation against disparate teams. Now, automation would be more of, I'm automated value-added and non-value-added work, not necessarily to achieve more value on the outside of to the customer. It's about being more efficient, right? So we could change a bunch of these. It's really interesting when you start decoupling this in that word value. So if, for example, I can deliver higher quality and better product to my customers by automating the flow of work from my agile tool to my quality tool. And I remove that non-value added activity by making somebody log into 2 tickets. And now I'm delivering higher quality through the value stream.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying what I put into it is valuable or what I'm working on is valuable. Now, again, I said this before, a value stream management platform should do both. Help you automate, remove non-value added activities, and enhance or look how you can do value-added activities more efficiently, at the same time as make sure what you're putting into the value stream is valuable as well. And then measuring what you have coming out, right? So that's the difference. So value stream management is really all about, how do I ensure that I am, in the most efficient way, delivering what's valuable because a customer requested. So when you think about automating in the value stream, you're automating in a whole bunch of different ways. You're automating some of that work between pushing code to deployment and production all the way down. You're automating all these different processes that happen in there. And you're looking for the ones that are non-value added. And one of the big things, I guess, is the whole shifting left piece, where I'm moving tests of that non-value added activity. I'm trying to push that into either having developers do it, having a release do it, putting in tickets and tasks, and having a system of value stream manager platform see that, and then automate that. Whether that's a synchronization, a trigger, you're moving that process so it's happening automatically.
Mm-hmm.
And
so a lot of the, let me just ask you, a lot of the waste and the non-value added work comes from moving these siloed, the information in each of these silos along the path towards delivery. And so automation, as I understand it, as you're explaining it, can help kind of break down or overcome the siloed processes that we've always had in software delivery.
Yeah, I would say that. And it's funny, I've thought this, it's true. I've worked for companies so long that we're breaking down the silos of software delivery. I've said it for 20 years. I guess I'm failing at it, but we're still working on it.
They still exist. I know.
Right. But yeah, it's that difference between moving the code that I wrote into operations, into deployment, and so on, automating that. Or I have my testing team, all those tests get ran and all of that, automating the feedback loops. It's making the whole process of moving things through your value stream, all the activities, both value added and non-value added, that I can then remove waste. That's what automation can do for you.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this, because we're
in disparate teams too, because you can have like this team, which is doing different. And it also helps you one more thing, it helps you identify dependencies to the linkages between the value streams.
Yeah. So where do you start, and what do you need to do first to start the process of automation?
Well, first you got to acknowledge that you have a value stream today. A lot of companies are saying, well, we are not doing anything with value stream management. Oh, but you are. You just don't know it. So acknowledge you have it. Then you have to map it, lay it out, figure it out, because we're talking about tools, but there's also the human side of this. You have to understand the methods of processes. And I talk about using a SIPOC for that, right? And you can look up SIPOC if somebody needs to, but it's looking at the actual processes, not the tools. The tools are really important, but not the tools, because you could have steps in your value stream that are human-based that you don't know about, that you could easily automate or get rid of, and then become more efficient. So first, map it out, processes as well, and then look at how you can either automate some of that, maybe reorganizing your values, reorganizing your company around maybe different types of value streams in the way you do it. So you become more dependable or more predictable. Stumbling on words today, Dave. I don't know. I usually, that word predictability, boom, comes out. You know what it is? I've been coding lately. So.
Oh, is that what it is? Coding.
Yeah. But that's where you start. You start with a map of understanding how all the work gets broke down, because work gets broke down, right? A request comes in, epics are created, stories, tasks, tests, all this work just blows out. And then somehow miraculously, it all comes back together and you get something in production. So map the value stream, understand how you're going to do that, and then look for places to automate.
It was one thing that was interesting is, so I'm obviously in the marketing background, right? So I don't have that technical experience with all these different things, but what I thought was really interesting on certain projects is to be able to, using our VSM solution, be able to see the status of every project, to be able to understand what the dependencies are, because of like, hey, we need this product, and we've got to launch this, we got marketing plans, sales is expecting it. And then to be able to have that transparency of where it is in the process has been just a huge time saver. And it just was, there's no longer the ambiguity. It's like we can look at the tool, be able to see where everything is, and be able to see how fast it's going through with the automation set up. So from an outsider's perspective, from a non-technical standpoint, that visibility into it really helps unify the whole team in terms of where projects are status wise, and be able to see those efficiencies. Like, wow, you guys made up a lot of time in this because you implemented some of the automation into it.
So across those silos, across your whole value stream, and I know we're running out of time on this quick topic.
Yeah.
Dave, 93% of all activities are non-value added.
Hmm.
Some may be necessary. So which one can we automate? How can we make the developers more efficient? How can we make everybody, get a few minutes back in their time by not making more emails? Or whatever it is you need to automate in there. But most activities, large percentage of it, is non-value added to the customer. So how do we do that? That's by automating across your silos and your disparate teams and letting them communicate more efficiently. Like the DevOps team communicating with the development team. Why send an email? You put a task in Jira, puts a request into the team clicks a button, and boom, you've got yourself a whole environment just to start coding against. So it's about removing waste and automating.
Great. All right. So we're just about out of time for another one of actually, this is our final micro webinar on the topic.
Oh, no, we're extending.
Oh, we're extending.
Yes.
We're extending. Good
Absolutely.
news. More to come. Stay tuned. Excellent.
Yeah.
It's a great topic. There's a lot of still confusion and messaging issues going on, but I know Lance and Norman are both working hard to kind of clarify for all you folks what exactly it means to be effective with value stream management. So look forward to the micro webinars coming up in the future. Lance Knight, Norman Miglietta from ConnectALL, thank you both very much for being here. Thanks to all our listeners. Again, I'm Dave Rubinstein, Editor-in-Chief of SD Times. So long for now.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas.